things that constantly comes up in our world of parenting, as well as my world of coaching neurodiverse teenagers and high schoolers, is the negative self-talk and the self, which leads to self-sabotage. It is a very common theme. It is something that I worry about with my clients. It contributes to mental wellness and everything. A lot of these teenagers are really beating themselves up, and they have feelings of shame and guilt, and I should be able to do this. Why can't I do this? Why am I like this? Why can she do it better? Why can he do it easier? All this stuff. And so what I want to just express and share with you all is that as well as we know our teenagers, they're probably beating themselves up a bit more than what we actually really know. So one of the ways I really help my private clients and our sons is switching out some mindsets and the thought pattern around some of that negative self-talk. And that can look something like, I should be able to power through this. I don't know why this is taking me so long and what have you. I need to get up and go for a break or something like that, and feeling really bad about maybe having to get up and rewire and regroup, get up and walk around to be able to come back and focus for another 10 or 15 minutes. And so one of the mindsets and one of the exercises that I'm having a couple of my private teens do is taking a thought pattern or a cycle of negative thoughts that you tell yourself, or you beat yourself up with, and they'll say X, and I'll say, okay, take that and make that into a positive, right? We need to start switching out some of all the negative self-talk and recognizing that the reason why you need a break is because you are doing your best to focus and you need to reset, right? Not just sit and power through it when you know that you're not going to be able to focus and pay the attention that is needed. So playing to the strengths of how their brain is wired and having these systems and these habits and these little hacks or what have you, or strategies in place to help them focus in the classroom or feel more confident or be more productive. Like, those are the skills, those are what we're really needing to focus on, instead of trying to switch out. For example, if a student needs to take a break in an hour and a half long class, which most of them probably would, instead of beating themselves up and say, I don't understand why I have to take a break. I feel that I'm the one that has to leave, or whatever. The mindset around that should be, I'm helping myself pay attention by going to take a short walk up and down the hallway, right? And so changing out the words, changing out the mindset, and really helping them recognize that their brain is wired for short bursts of information. And in order for them to sustain it, in order for them to get motivated, in order for it to, show up in the classroom the way they want, they need strategies in order to do that. And those strategies look very different than their other peers. I worked with a girl last year, and she felt, just sit and power through it, even though I can't really pay attention and I feel really bad, or I don't want people to notice me when I'm walking and leaving the classroom. I'm like, you're doing that to help yourself show up in the classroom the way you really want. Your brain can only take so much information at a time. So every 20 minutes or every 30 minutes, it's okay to walk out of the hall, go grab a sip of water, come up and back, get a sensory reset, and come back into the classroom, right? And so a lot of my teenagers who I work with, I help them and say, okay, I want you to have a few personal affirmations. Put it in your notes app, put it somewhere on your wallpaper or your homepage or something like that where you can see it every day. You don't have to share those affirmations with me if you don't want to, but you know what you're saying to yourself. And I want you to say something positive in place of that negative, right? And every time that you hear yourself saying the negative, I want you to overpower it with a positive, because we have to start breaking that cycle of the negative self-talk in these kids. So part of doing that, some of them will say, I am smart. I am good enough. One of my girls just said that tonight. I am good enough. I'm like, of course you're good enough. I love that, right? I'm not lazy. I just need to doodle when I'm having a hard time paying attention. Yes, 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 yes. Go do your artwork. Exactly, right? All that to being said, the personal affirmations and their mental wellness is really something that I'm very passionate about, because these teens are beating themselves up. And it's sad to me. And it's difficult coaching into that when I see all their potential, yet they don't see that for themselves. So again, it doesn't happen overnight, but even if we can start changing and helping them change the language that they're saying to themselves or their inner dialogue, that is something that will resonate with them and start hopefully making them feel like, you know what, I'm okay. I just need different tools to help get me through my day. And my tools look very different than other people.